Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. Today we're going to do a Let's Play. And I really wasn't prepared to start commenting on this game, but I'm pretty far into the game now. This is a random... Oh, I just took some damage there. And I don't see the... Oh, there he is. Okay, so they drop coins and then you use your little magic thing here to pick up the coins. You use this for upgrades later or for current buffs in this level. So you can choose whether to save the coins. I'm at the point where I'd rather save the coins for a later run because I have a lot of buffs already. So I don't really need more buffs right now. So you have two magic by default. One's a magic, so you see something's happening over here, you use your little light and you shine it and the ghost comes up. Now I have a buff that'll give me a little bit of health every time I defeat a ghost, so as you can see, even though I took some damage, I'm right back up to full health. This is a game that's going to come out on the Steam store in a few hours. Probably by midnight tonight, so like in an hour or two it'll be out. I don't know the price, so I won't be able to give a full review, but I wanted to do a let's play, give you some of my first impressions and show you some video of the gameplay again. There's a little something going on there, so let's just shine a light. Now there's randomly generated levels, but a lot of the level repeat as far as visuals, so I've already seen this. And you can just soak up coins here off of... The danger with that is that you might summon several ghosts, so that time I only summoned one, so I can deal with that. It's a little dangerous to do that, especially early on, because if you get a lot of ghosts and you start taking damage, you might die. So I'm still at full health though because of my buff. And now that I've killed enough ghosts, I can actually open one of these doors. Now, I'm pretty lost right now. I don't know where I'm going. I am playing seated. I did stand for a little bit just to look around better. Okay, whew. So we have to defeat 4 enemies to open the door. Oh. Oh, we took some damage there. So again, gotta be careful here, don't want to take... So there's a little drop to the crossbow, so hitting at range at the time... Ooh. Ouch. Okay. So even though I took some damage, like I said, every time I kill one, I have a buff that gives me extra health. So that's been really powerful so far. And then you see I took even more damage from that fireball there. Let's go ahead and open the door. You can kill all the ghosts and get more coins, but so far I've just been going to see how far I can go. And I want to show you as many levels as possible. We're pretty high up. I want to say we're near the 10th floor. If not, we're already past it. Which will be important as soon as I die. So hopefully you see me die. That way you can see me do some upgrades. Show you some of the stuff at the beginning of the game. Because I kind of just started off recording in the middle of a playthrough just because that was taking pretty long with my playthrough. So as you can see, the combat is pretty clunky. Now there's two things you can do here. You can either shine a light there, or you can randomly vacuum areas to get coins. I almost think it's better just to randomly vacuum. Now I did upgrade my crossbow like a couple of times, but I'm still not doing a lot of damage with the crossbow. So you see you get coins here for nothing. So it's always a good idea So one more. Let's go ahead and shine the light on this one. And there's some doors where there's like some buffs that you can get. So you never know when you open a door what you're going to do. Sometimes you might just be backtracking and not even realize it. So this is like a boss room right here. Sort of. Sometimes there's big bosses, right? Not this time. Okay. So not too bad. So again, change our little section. You can put low, medium, or high. I kind of keep it on medium, to be honest with you. And I saw a coin fall, right? This is a little dangerous because there's a tendency for... I'm tempting fate here, but... Okay, ooh, so we still have to defeat more. Okay. Well, as you can see, we're going to shine our light because I don't want to vacuum in this area just because it tends to, in this room, it tends to get a lot of ghosts if you vacuum just randomly. Oh, but right now I'm not, okay, I'm seeing them. They're in the middle of the room pretty high up. Okay. So you see, it took quite a bit of shots to bring it down. Okay, we'll go back to vacuum. Now, at the beginning you only get one coin, but when you get later you get, especially with the big enemies, you get more. Okay, so here's a room where there's no enemies, but there's a little treasure, and we get a common buff. This is for free. Other rooms you can pay for those buffs, so it'll tell us. No, it won't. That's weird. It didn't tell us what it does. Usually it does. So usually there's a description of what it does. I think that's like crit damage, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. Huh? There's like another boss room here. Now, so far I've only seen 3 enemies, really. There's this guy, he comes in different sizes, obviously. The other ghost comes in different sizes as well. And then there was like this magician guy that I've only seen once in one of the boss rooms. That might have been the level 10 where I saw him. So you see the combat is a little too basic. There are different weapons that you can unlock by getting far in the game, and also obviously with coins. And there's health upgrades. Ooh, okay, so let's go ahead and choose our little vortex here. I'll be honest, if I had to rate this game again, and not knowing the price, let's assume a reasonable price for the purposes of my non-score review, I would give it a 5 out of 10. I think there's some nice concepts here. The upgrades are really good with the different weapons and all that. But the more you play this game, the more you see levels that you've already seen before. You've already seen the level design several times, and you've already seen the enemy type over and over and over again. So the roguelite element in this game just really doesn't have much, much to it. Because one of the good things about a roguelite is that, the further you go down, the further you get, the more powerful enemies you see. But, different types of enemies that do different things and present new challenges. And here, they're just really bigger. And as you can see, I went through the port, I went through another floor. I have no idea what floor I'm in right now. I gotta defeat 3 enemies, so again, show the light. Again, I got a buff that gives me health back every time I kill an enemy, and that's really been helpful. Before that, I was dying after, you know, seeing enough enemies, because you do take damage here or there, but you see I'm at full health. There's really no danger, because I don't take enough damage to, I eventually make the health back, because I don't take damage on every fight. Okay, so I think we're open now. And as you can see, we've seen this room before. I call it the boss room, just because there's boss fights in there, but not always. Sometimes they're just normal enemies, as you saw that time. And we gotta defeat 4 enemies to open up. Oh man. So these bats are pretty tough because they do teleport. And they throw a pretty big projectile at you. Oh no. So this is the danger of picking up coins that you can... I think I'm good though, because... yeah. Because of all my buffs, I'm pretty good. Now there is full locomotion and smooth and snap turning. I chose snap turning because the smooth turning was too slow. By default, there is this vignette, this comfort option that's on, and you actually have to go to settings to change it. That might be a little confusing. It actually took me a while to figure out how to get to settings. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm taking a lot of damage right now. One of the problems, obviously, for me is that I do very little damage. So despite all the buffs I have, my base damage is pretty low because I have not upgraded my crossbow a whole lot. I think I've upgraded it like 4 or 5 times, but that's not enough really. Oh man, this guy's shooting behind walls. See, I think that's a bug. I don't think that should happen. He's behind a wall and I can't see him, so I took a lot of damage there. Anyways, I'm not too concerned because I still have more than half health, and I get health back as long as, you know, I defeat enemies without taking damage. I'll get my full health back. Okay, so you see I got health back, and now to do that a couple more times. Whoa. Okay, we did good. So, yeah, we're slowly getting our health back. It's a little slow. Obviously, I don't get that much health back, but as long as I'm beating enemies without taking damage, I'll get my health back. Okay. So let's just open the door, see what's on the other side. And sometimes I get lost. I don't think I've been here though, so that's good. We have to defeat 4 enemies. When you see a red door, you know you're in the right place because that means you've been in a place you haven't been before. So yeah, if I had to rate this game, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. I don't know what the price will be. If the price is real high, like if they want 20 bucks for this, I would probably give it a 4 out of 10. I think at best this would be a $10 game given the quality of the content. I'm not going to say the quantity because there's actually quite a bit of content if you take into account the different upgrades you can get and the different weapons, but with enemy variety, like I said, I've only seen 3 different types of enemies. I mean, obviously the enemies come in different sizes, so there's a difference in that. But that just means you just gotta hit them more. And I've only really seen 3 different attacks, again, from those 3 different enemies. Fireball, the spinning, like, disc, magic disc type thing, and then the magician, which you haven't seen yet, but he throws like these flames on the floor, which is pretty cool. And okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And you know, there's buffs you can get. You can increase your health. You can mitigate your damage. So that, as far as that goes, there's quite a bit. And I was pleasantly surprised by that. But the thing that I'm not liking is just the lack of enemy variety and the level design. I mean, even though it's supposed to be a randomly generated, it's really only a few different levels that repeat. And obviously they have different number of enemies and whatnot in there. But that's not much of a difference, really. So you gotta be careful when you're picking up coins. You can always pick up a ghost that you don't want. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's here. A ghost. Oh, who'd have thought? And you hear this music over and over again. It does get a little grating after a while. I turned it down. It's louder by default. And at this point, I've been playing for quite a while. I want to say over an hour. And I'm starting to get bored. And I don't see myself dying unless there's a big difficulty spike. Again, because I regenerate health. Otherwise, yeah, I would die because you take a little damage here, a little damage there. Before you know it, you're dead. But right now, I just don't see myself dying because I make a little bit of health each time as long as I don't take damage. So, yeah. I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Zachless Rift Reviews. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.